Hello guys, Deathtrooper with you here. This is finally the round of 5 in the Newegg Wanfest Summer Tournament. Sorry I haven't gotten around to it sooner. I've been really busy in the last week and a half or however long it's been, I don't know. Anyway, this is myself. Let's jump right into it. Deathtrooper, and as you can see I'm the orange Terran here, spawning in the top. I believe he picked the map first. My opponent here is Everytime. He is also Terran. It's going to be another Terran versus Terran, but these are a little bit more exciting than standard games. And this guy's purple, and he's over here in the 3 o'clock position, I guess you could say. He picked the map, Metalopolis, I believe is what it is. And let's just look at APM. I'm just curious. Yeah, as you can see, 300 is his current. Obviously, he's just spamming. There's nothing going on that would require that much actual actions right now. But this player, Everytime, he is currently ranked 104 world rank if you go to SC2 ranks.com, and he's like 40th, 40-something in the region, which means in all of North America. So he is a really high-level player. Not too many people might know him because he's not top tier like some of the more popular names out there, but he's definitely competitive with them and enough to be up against them and in this tournament. And anyway, he's against me, so we're going to see how this game goes. I'm not going to spoil it of who wins or not. And here we are. I've got my barracks coming here and my gas open before the barracks finishes, but after the barracks began. So I'm not walling in, you'll notice. I don't like to wall in Terran versus Terran in high level play because Marines outrange my Marines and tanks outrange my tanks, and pretty much any depots or anything I put here just gets destroyed anyway. So I might as well just have them in my base, kind of make a little sim city out of it, so that Reapers or other units have to run around and can't get to my mineral line as easily. I mean, there's still gaps here and whatnot, but I just do what I can here, and I'm just producing a Marine now. Now I did scout. My scout is in his base, and just looking around, he's doing what appears to be the start of the 1-1-1 build, which is very standard Terran versus Terran. And my scout scouts this. I do see his factory, and his scout went the wrong way, so luckily for me, I've got maximum time to build up. We both have our orbital commands out nice and early. I really favor this lately in any build against any race. I pretty much do barracks and save up and get that orbital command right away, either sometimes after my second depot or sometimes before, but as soon as I can, pretty much, because it just gives you so much extra minerals with that early mule out and everything. So now I'm just throwing down a depot. His scout does get into my base. I should have probably had my Marine at the ramp, and I'm not even responding to this. We'll just keep it on income for now. Now I'm noticing, send my Marine out, but his scout gets away, no problem. Let's see what he's building over here. It is the starport, so he is in fact doing the 1-1-1 build. You'll also note he's getting Hellions, no tech lab or add-ons on either of these, so he's saving all of his gas, either rushing out that starport or perhaps saving the gas for other things. Now he can send the Hellion out for scouting and whatever else he wants to do, maybe minor harass. I'm just pumping 2 Marines now. The Hellion is outside, but I see it, and he runs away. He could have probably engaged that with enough micro, I'm not sure. Our income is about the same. Our harvesters, I actually have less. I'm not sure why. I usually am just pumping, as you can see, just pump SCVs. I guess there's little breaks in between, and he's probably just pumping non-stop. So anyway, I'm also doing the 1-1-1 build. As you can see, got the factory, and now I've got the starport down. Throwing that tech lab on, not for Banshees, for Ravens actually, because the second you get a Viking to thwart the early Banshee, you're going to need a Raven. So he scans me. This is his scan, and I think it missed, so I don't think he sees any. Oh, he does see the starport, so but he did not see the factory, but obviously I have one if I have a starport. And I'm starting to pump siege tanks. Siege tanks and Marines is what I prefer to go. I don't really build Hellions, especially TVT. Against Zerg or Toss, I might be inclined to if they're going heavy Ling or heavy zealot. Anyway, my opponent here, Everytime, opted for the early Banshee, and it's on its way into my base, and just when my Viking popped out. So perfect timing for me. I mean, he killed one SCV. As you can see, my actions here are slightly delayed. I should have seen that Banshee sooner, had my Viking react sooner. Now my depot's a bit delayed here. So I'm not playing perfectly right now. I'm obviously supply blocked here. So I don't know what's going on. I guess I'm microing my army. I guess I'm pushing out for an attack. I figure I see that Banshee. He invested in that. I have the air superiority right now. And when I saw that Hellion before, I figure 2 siege tanks is more than he's going to have. And he's also opted for the fast expand. I'm not sure if I scouted this or not. I think I did, and that's... no, I didn't actually. But I see it now. I come in here. I pretty much defeat his army here. Get that Banshee, siege up my tanks, and now I'm going to destroy this command center here. So that was a perfect timing attack by me. I exploited the vulnerability of his build, fast expanding and getting one Banshee, and so he's going to lift off and actually save that command center, which is very smart. And here's where I start making more mistakes. Now I'm spending my time expanding. I'm actually building up in my base. I got that Raven out in case he did get cloaked for the Banshees. As you can see, there's another Banshee in my base already. So I'm going to use Marines to kind of deal with this here. But he's just going to kind of fly around. He can beat 2 Marines, no problem, but it is getting lower and lower. So now I'm pumping out more Vikings, and I'm pushing up here. I should have pushed up sooner. I waited too long. He was able to rebuild some tanks, and this was my mistake. I should have pushed up right away instead of worrying about my base. His little Banshee in my base distracted me enough to not just come in and finish him off, because he had nothing after I destroyed his little army here in this last skirmish. So I was ahead. That was a potential opportunity to win, and so far I'm at least delayed from that victory if I win at all. But now I have Vikings and Raven out, so he can't catch me with detection or anything like that with cloak. And I've got my siege tank up on the ridge here, my Marines out. And typically I like to throw down some bunkers down here as well at my natural. I find that just gives me that little bit extra of security. So as you can see, he sent in something else there. I believe that might have been a Banshee. I'm not too sure, but it died pretty much instantly. So he pretty much wasted that. I'm still just pumping more Vikings. I'm afraid of him gaining air superiority. And I'm getting some missile turrets so that when I push out, I don't have to worry about a Banshee coming in the back of my base and taking out my mineral line. So I'm throwing them down everywhere. As you'll notice, they're kind of spread out far. The reason I do this is I've learned if I put it on the inside of the gas or anything like that, his Banshees can